Welcome to your training on exploring the abcmouse.com classroom, farm, zoo, the basics section, and printables. During this training today, I will be demonstrating how you will be able to access all these areas and explore with your students in whole or small group settings. We're going to start right here at the top left-hand corner in our classroom. Once we are in our classroom, I always recommend to our teachers to spend some time in here, explore, and have fun. You can head into each one of your different subject areas by clicking on the icon at the top of your page. And as you travel along in the classroom, any area here that highlights, you may also go ahead and click on to access those themed activities to go along with them. So you can see there is a lot of activities throughout the classroom for you to explore and see what each represents. We will be going into a few of them today, but before we do so, I also like to point out again that you have access to your learning path right here from your classroom. So through your other training video, this is your step-by-step path level, and again, you can access it from the classroom. All right, one of our areas that we're going to start with today in our classroom is our calendar off to the right side here. You do have the option to do your calendar activities virtually now on abcmouse.com. So you have the ability to go ahead and customize your classroom calendar with the stickers provided off to the right-hand side. You also do have the ability to go ahead and type in any of your squares. So if you do have a birthday, you can go ahead and put it in there for your student's name. And you can always move your sticker around so you can see it. You also do have the ability to use your drawing tool. So if you want your students to come up to any kind of interactive board, they can come up and go ahead and identify what today is, what tomorrow will be, and what was yesterday. You can also do some number recognition by having them come up and circle any numbers that you're working on. Now, again, you have the ability to customize this calendar and also the option to print it out so your parents have a copy of your classroom calendar at home. All right, heading back into our classroom, right below our calendar, we do have access to our library. Right now, we do have over 350 books in our library for you to go ahead and do a whole group, small group, share with your students, and even have the ability to go ahead and put them into their My Lessons section of their site in your My Lesson folders. You can always search the title of the book in the lesson builder and place it into your student folders so they can click on it from home and also review the book that you just shared in class. In the library, you do have some different drawers up here dealing with your different subjects that you can head into. And on any of these books, you have the ability to click on and share with your students. In reading, you do have a couple different categories that you can head into. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and turn our volume on and do a quick example of one of our books and the different options to go along with it.
Home! My dog is bigger than that dog.
All right, we're going to go ahead and hit play, and during the book I will be going through some options down here to the right hand side and just showing you how those work and how you can use them in your classroom.
My dog is bigger than that dog. My dog is bigger than that dog. My dog is bigger than these two. My dog is bigger than his dog and her dog. He's much bigger than this dog, too. My dog is bigger than Chubby Chester. Chester is a cute little grump. My dog is definitely bigger, but Chester is certainly more plump.
So you can see here with your different options down to the right hand side, you can change your highlighting, your colors, and also how bright you want it. You can play it a little slower or faster for your students. You do have the ability here to pause in between pages. So if there is something on the page that you would like to discuss, you can do so. And you also have the ability here, if you click at the top right hand corner, to read the page again. If you do have an interactive board or interactive computer, your students can turn the pages on their own by clicking that top corner, or head back to another page by hitting the top left-hand corner. So again, this is a great section to go ahead and do small group activities. Children can sit in pairs and listen to books together, or whole group activities. Heading back in here, again, if you want to go into your lesson builder section, you can type the title of the book and place it into all your student folders so they can share it with their parent at home as well. All right, heading back into our classroom, there's another area I'd like to show you. Off to the left-hand side is our piano. And in our piano, it does house all our music on the site. So you can come in here. It is a great section for transition time throughout the day. You can come in and name your notes so the children can see what notes are being played as you play a tune. And you also have the ability to head into these 4 different areas here. In your music video section, you do have some music videos for songs, and you also do have one for every letter of the alphabet. They're about a minute long, and they're great little intros or reviews for you for the letter of the week. So you can use your, off to the right here, your section just to scroll on down and see what there is in that music video section. Or you have that option to go into songs, chants, and more music activities. So definitely check this out with your students, and a great section again for transition time in the classroom. All right, so as you go around in your classroom again, you can click on any of these different highlighted areas, and the activities that go along with it will pop open for you to choose. You do have many different areas that do highlight on the classroom section, so please take your time, again, have some fun, travel through, click on all of those different areas, and don't forget at the top, you do have that alphabet train as well, so you could go into do some intros or reviews for your letters, and also the aspect up at the top where you can click on any of your icons to head into those different subject areas on the site. All right, after our classroom, we are going to head down here into our 2 virtual field trips, our farm and our zoo. For both of these sections, you do have the ability to head in and learn facts about the animals or go into games and activities. So you can choose either section that you want to go into and choose where you want to go ahead and place your children on their activity or learn about the animals. You do have the same option for zoo. So I will turn our volume on here just so you can see how it works, and then we'll head into our basic sections next.
Now, click on the zoo map to visit the animals, or click here to find zoo games and activities. Zoo map. Explore the zoo by clicking on the animals. Flamingos. Flamingos. Flamingos don't spend all their time on the ground. They can fly, too. They run a few steps, and then up into the air they go, facing the wind with their long necks stretched forward and their long legs hanging behind them. To hear more facts about this animal, click on the blinking icon. Flamingos are pretty water birds with pinkish-orange feathers and long, skinny legs.
So you can travel through, learn facts about all the animals, and do a virtual field trip with your students. They can also access this area from home if they like. And if you do see any of the icons down here below, you have that ability to head into those different areas just by clicking on them, and it will go ahead and pull up an activity to go along with the animal you're learning about. You also, again, do have the ability just to go into the games and activities section for either the farm or the zoo. And you can do that by clicking the lower section of the sign. That will pop open for you. You can choose what level you want to focus on, and then you can choose the game or activity that you'd like to complete. You do have access to printables from this area as well, so there'll be great little extended activities to send home or maybe at a center or station for your students. All right, we are going to move on to our basics section next. And this is a great section to use. It is very well organized for your basics. It does cover your reading and your math basics. For reading, it will go ahead and show you the alphabet, word families, sight words, and also some books. You just want to choose whatever category you want to focus on, and then go ahead and choose your main focus in the middle. Once you do click on it, it will pop up to the side over here and categorize all the activities to go along with it. Now you can choose from all of them down below. There is that red arrow to take you through all of them. Or let's say you just wanted to focus on one particular section, you can go ahead and click that tab and just those options will come up for tracing for the letter M down below. Now for math, you do have the choices between your numbers 1 through 20 and also your shapes. And it will work the same way. Go ahead and click on the category you want to see. Click on your main item in the middle that you want to focus on. And again, then you have that ability to choose where you want to go into the category for what kind of activity you do want to complete for this. All right, down below, there are a couple things I do want to point out to you, and one of them is our glossary. We do have a glossary on the site, which is often overlooked, so please make sure you check that out. A great way to go ahead and introduce some new vocabulary words with your students. You can show them the picture, listen to the definition or the sample example sentence together, and you can always go into whatever letter you're looking at. And then also our last section here, we have printables. Now you can access your printables from the bottom down below, and you can also access your printables from your home page under your quick links off to the side here. Now in our printable section, we do have a ton of printables for you if you would like to print them out and use them again as some extended activities for your students. You do have your categories off to the side here that you can click on, and some subcategories underneath each. You will notice some will be in color, some will be in black and white. You do have different options here. You can then go into all the different areas that you're looking for just by clicking on them, and those printables will pop up for you. And then also one of my favorites is Create Your Own, a great one to use for those sight words, student names, color words, number words, whatever you're working with. Go ahead and type it in. Hit preview and print, and it will create that traceable for your student. All right, we're going to head back to our teacher home, and this is going to end our session today. Again, please feel free if you have any questions to contact us, and we do thank you so much for your time today.